Hi friends, Jeanette Connery here. I'm a yoga therapist in Chico, California, and I'm putting together a collection of videos about the psoas muscle. So each video is going to have a different approach to resolving tension in your psoas muscle. And today's video is going to be an active practice. So if you're a take charge kind of person and you like to feel a certain level of intensity in your body, this might be the practice for you. It's going to help you strengthen your psoas and improve your range of control. That means you'll be able to control your psoas muscle through its full range of motion, which is really good for coordination for tasks such as walking. You might feel a need to do this practice if you've noticed that something with your walking is just not right. If you feel like you're hauling your leg forward from your back and getting some back pain, rather than pulling the leg forward from the core, this can help with that, along with mindfulness while you're walking. So we're going to get started, but before we do, please make sure that you click the thumbs up button on the bottom of your screen. This really helps me out because it lets other people know that this is a good video and they should watch it. You can also subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. All right, so we're going to get started with a stretch for the psoas, and this is going to be an active stretch. And the psoas is important because when it's chronically tight, you can have symptoms all over your body, from chronic back pain to abdominal pain, digestive issues. You could even have neck pain related to your psoas muscle. Yeah, it really has a lot of influence all over your body. Not to mention that the psoas muscle has a really key role in your body's stress response. So being stressed can create that chronic tightness, and so can sitting. Lots of sitting can really make your psoas pretty tight. So we're going to stretch that psoas from the kneeling position, okay? And we're just going to start with the left foot forward, and you don't need to be really deep here. You'll find out in a moment that it's just not needed. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is tuck your pelvis back. Now, when I say tuck it back, that means you're pointing your tailbone forward. Think about a dog tucking its tail between its legs, right? And right away, you might feel some stretch right here in this part of your thigh. This is the tops of your quad muscles. And then with that pelvis tilted back, we're going to scooch forward just a little bit over that knee, okay? Now, I'm noticing right now my knee is actually complaining to me because of this hard floor. And that's a relatively new thing for my body, but I think it's a good time to point out that if that's happening to you, no worries. Just bring a blanket over, take care of yourself, okay? Take care of yourself and I'll take care of me and we'll all be happy. Okay, that's better. So again, we're tucking the pelvis back, right? Which is something you probably don't ever hear someone telling you to do. And it's certainly not something we do often in day to day, but for this, it's going to be good. And then we're going to take the body forward slightly, not a lot. And so by now you might already be feeling the stretch in your psoas. That stretch you'll be feeling kind of right here, yeah? And then in the front of your hip too. So the next thing I want to have you do is squeeze your butt on the right side. That's that back leg, okay? So squeeze that. That's going to increase the sensation of stretch. And after that, I'm going to have you slide your left foot towards your right knee. Now, they're not actually going to move. You're just activating the muscles in that direction. So we're going to do that. It's like a scissoring motion. And this is increasing the stretch even more. Now, for those of you who want even more, you can lift that right arm and sometimes even leaning over to the side. So I want you to hold this for 30 seconds. Ten, 15, 29, 30. Good job. Okay, we can come out of that. If your psoas is really tight, then you really felt that just now, and I would recommend you doing this once or twice a day, all right? Let's try the other side. Left foot forward, not very far, remember? Second step, tilt pelvis back, yeah? And then come forward slightly, only a little bit, okay? Then we're squeezing the butt cheek on the left side, and then maybe raising the arm, the left arm, and then after that, potentially leaning over a little bit. Each thing that I've added on is optional based on how you're feeling. If you're feeling a really big stretch, obviously you don't want to add on. Okay, so let's count to 30 here. 10. 20. 30. Okay, bringing the arm down. Good. So now the second part of this sequence is the strengthening aspect, the strengthening portion. So this blanket can go away. We don't need that anymore. Unless actually we might bring it back. If you lay down flat on the floor and you have some neck discomfort, then please put something under your head. Not something really large, something like a folded blanket, you know, like this. Or a really thin pillow. We don't want your neck pushed up too far, but we do want you to be comfortable. Okay, so now we're going to do this range of control technique that I was telling you about. Laying on the floor, I think it's important to just relax for a moment, take a few breaths. And then I would like to invite you to pull your low belly down. Pull your low belly in towards your spine and flatten your low back towards the floor. This is the position that your back is going to be in throughout this activity. This is going to help with what we call co-contraction of your lower abdominals and your psoas. So those two muscles really work together to stabilize your pelvis and your spine. And it's a really important part of this, this technique. So the second really important part is lifting the right foot off the floor, and you're going to put both hands on your thigh just above the knee. And here's the tricky part, so pay really close attention. You're going to push your knee into your hands and your hands into your knee. Okay, and you're going to use your hands and your arms to provide some resistance as you pull the knee in. So you do want the knee to be able to move in, but you want to feel some resistance as you pull it in. You want to feel that psoas muscle really working. And I want you to pull your knee in as close to your body as you can while pushing gently with your hands. Okay, and that might take a couple of seconds. You might notice if you hold that squeeze for a few moments, it's then possible to get it to come in a little bit further. And then we're going to straighten the leg and lower it down using the low belly to stabilize the pelvis as the leg goes down towards the floor. The back is still flat against the floor. Squeezing your gluteal muscles here on this side as you straighten the hip. And then finally at the end, reaching long through that right leg. Okay. We're going to do that 2 more times on this side. Hands on the thigh, take a big breath. As you exhale, pull the knee in while you're pushing against it with your hands. Come in as far as you can. Notice maybe it comes in a little farther this time. This is really good for people who have a hard time bringing their knee in towards their body. Then you're going to straighten your leg. Lower the leg using your core muscles to support your pelvis. We don't want that pelvis rocking side to side here. Around here, we're really starting to squeeze the glutes. We want to train those glutes to come on when that leg straightens and the toes are pointing right at the ceiling, not out to the side, not inward. And then reaching long through that leg before you release the weight of the leg onto the floor. Before you release the weight of the leg onto the floor, we're reaching through that leg and then finally relax. Okay. Rest before we do it one more time on this side. Ready? Okay. Knee to hands, hands to knee. Low belly pulled on, low back flat against the floor, pulling the knee in towards the body. Okay, straightening the leg. Lowering it down, toes pointing straight up, femur pointing straight up, starting to engage the glute muscles. Put your hand there if you need to get them to come on. Reach long through that leg. And then release completely. Relax both legs on the floor. Why not bring your arms up overhead? Wiggle through the hips. Excuse me. Okay. We're going to do that again on the left leg 3 times, right? Hands to knee, knee to hands, low belly pulled on, low back flat against the floor. Take a big breath as you exhale, pulling the knee in towards the body, pushing against the knee with the hands, just enough to provide some resistance, and straighten the leg. Lower the leg down, toes pointing up, engaging the butt muscles on that left leg. Before you put the leg down, reach long through that left side and relax. Okay, let's do it again. Squeeze the butt muscles, reach long, and put it down. Okay, last time. Reaching long and rest. Okay. It's important every time you exercise to relax a little before you move on with the rest of your day. So just 3 breaths here. Big, deep inhale and slow exhale through the mouth. Good, okay. I like to roll over to my side before I come up. Just resting a little as the body adjusts to the change in position, and then up. So that was our active psoas practice for lengthening, strengthening, and improving coordination, control, and bringing circulation to the psoas muscle. Please like this video and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you. The light in me shines with the light in you. Namaste.